Hello, my name is Phil. Today we're going to be doing... Oh, crap. Hello, my name is Phil, and today we're going to be talking about 3D backgrounds. You guys requested it the most on my last video. I'll do more suggestions and stuff. You guys can, again, like, message me on YouTube or FrameMash.com. You guys, get with it. So, before I get started with this 3D background explanation, I'd like to, give props to whoever inspired me to do this technique on accident. Uh, I saw this unfinished BSE entry. I think it was version 2, but he had a 3D render of checker backgrounds like this. It moves around and all that junk. It was black and white. It was in gray. And he had his animation play out for I think 1 second. He had his 3 punch thingies, and then it just moved from left to right. It just moved that way, and it was amazing because I haven't seen that, and I thought it was Flash, so I tried it in Flash without actually realizing that it was a 3D render. So I came up with this little technique of a checkered background, like a pseudo fake 3D aspect of a background. So yeah. There are 3 steps in doing this. This is actually my 6th recording because I could not figure out how to explain step 3. I'll get that. I'll explain it later. But yeah, there is, well, knowing that you have a moving 3D background and you have a animation. That's step 1. Step 2 is knowing. No. Step 2 is referencing. You're moving. No, that's not it. No. Okay, let me try this again. Step 1, making an animation. Step 2, put your animation as close. Put your animation in the 3D background and mark every significant place to where your character is moving. No, to where your main object is on the static background. Step 3, move the background with the moving animation, and vice versa. Whew! I think that's as best as I can explain it. Step 1, make an animation. Step 2, put the animation on the background and reference or mark where your main objects are on the static background. Step 3, just move it cohesively with the background. So let's look at my little alpha demo. So this is step 1. I made an animation in a linear plane. If you guys, stick with the linear plane for now, like a flat surface. I was experimenting with this on elevations, elevated backgrounds, and it's really hard to get because the background is dynamic, so it's a little more work to actually get fancier with the backgrounds. But this is just for explaining the flat surface backgrounds. If you guys could find out a way on making an elevated background 3D-ish, that'd be amazing. I give you claps if you guys figure that out. So step 1, make an animation. You guys know how to do that. I'm not gonna go too detailed. Make an animation on a flat surface. Yada yada yada. Step 2, mark where your animation is on the static background. So this is my animation. A little bit. It's enlarged a little bit, and I marked with the red. These are my footings for my main object, and my main object is my little RSG baby right here. He's my main object, and he's gonna be the center of attention. That's why I'm marking his significant positions to where the still background is. Yeah, to where he's gonna be in the still background. So here's a mark, all that good junk. Slow motion. Step, and kept marking his footing. Okay, that's step 2. Okay, this is step 3. How much time do I have left? Good run time. Step 3 is Okay. Step 3 is moving your animation relative to where your background is moving. So, you could do this in two ways. Okay, you could do this in two ways. You could move the animation first. Um, you could move the animation first, like this. Tween it first and have the background follow it. Or you could move the background first and tween the animation to where it follows it. Preferably, I like to tween the animation first because it's the main object to where I'm showing. Like he's the main show. Why would I like um have the background be the reference to where my main object is moving? So I moved my animation first because that's my main attraction, I guess. And then I moved it with the background as well. So remember those footings I told you about? You gotta reference back and forth to where your footing is on the static background. Okay, the red one is the moving background, the blue one is the static background. And here are some footings, okay? The red marking with the blue one are the same playing area per se. And the red one is not the red one's the one you're gonna try and move with the you're trying to reference with the footing you've made. Yeah. So I tweened. Okay. Let me try and explain this. So here's the footing for where my first guy is. No, here is where this box. Okay, this box. This box is where my first footing is gonna be at. Right? And then we basically keep following. Whoa. Cut. I'm gonna basically follow that box until the next marking. You can see his foot's still placed in this box, but it's actually tweened a little bit, so keeps moving. And you keep referencing it. Basically go with what your eye sees, and if you see something odd, fix it. Like my main object footing or marking is like his toe is always going to be hitting this line, and it's always going to be staying under this line. You can see it's still doing that until it lifts it away. Then I go to the next marking, which I think it was this one, and I basically keep marking it. Like his footing still stays there. Yes, his footing still stays there. And then this is my next marking. It was VCAM, so whatever. It was VCAM'd, and I keep tweening it this way. Not this way. Keep tweening it to where the background's moving. And where's my next footing? This one. This is my next footing. There is no Okay. Important thing. No VCAMs. Don't use VCAMs. VCAMs are banned on this situation. Yeah. Do not use VCAMs on this situation because it'll mess it up. It'll basically mess it up. You gotta rely on what you see in the canvas. You could use VCAMs for shakes, I guess, like impact shakes, but you could do that on tweening alone. So just try and reference what you see in the animation and what you see wrong. Like if you see something wrong, just move it with the background. Keep in mind that the background tweens the same rate as the animation. You can see, okay, this is where the first tween is, and it aligns with the second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and so on. And the easing is going to be the same, -100, -100, The next one's 100, 100, etc. Negative 100, negative 100, negative 100, and so on. It's basically the same ones. It tweens the same rate. It doesn't really tween. It never tweens at a different rate because it'll mess up. Like your marks will basically move. Not It won't move the same rate as your background should move. Yeah. It won't move the same rate as your background should move, I guess. If that made sense, I applaud you. Yeah, I applaud you. Just make sure it looks right. If it doesn't look right, quick fix. Just just fix the rate of where your easings are, or place the tweens in like different positions. Other than that, again, don't use VCam. You can use VCam, I guess, for this, but not really necessary. Other than that, if you guys want me to re-explain this, I'd be happy to. Like, seriously, I'd be happy to re-explain this because I was a little confused myself. This is my 6th recording trying to explain the 3rd step, and the 3rd step was probably the hardest to explain. Leave me a message in Framash or YouTube inbox. I do reply and check my YouTube inbox, and for those who've messaged me in Framash, I almost always reply in Framash. If you guys don't know what Framash is, check on the previous video. I made a video of Framash, and juke is a sexy thing. But yeah, leave a suggestion on what you guys want me to like elaborate on or give an example on. Other than that, that should be it. I hope you guys take this whole background thing to good use. Right, I gotta get working on 4-day stuff, so I will see you guys later. I'll post another video like 2 days from now, I guess. Yeah. Peace.